What is up, food lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving headfirst into what is already being called the top recipe of 2025. You heard me right. This is the dish that's about to take over your social media feeds, and for very good reason. We're making a stunning one-pan skillet chicken Florentine with Orzo. Why is this recipe exploding in popularity? It's simple, maximum flavor, minimal cleanup. It's the perfect weeknight warrior meal, creamy, comforting, and it all comes together in just one skillet. You get tender chicken, perfectly cooked orzo, vibrant spinach, and sweet red peppers, all swimming in a luscious, creamy sauce. It looks like you spent hours in the kitchen, but it'll be our little secret that it was ridiculously easy. So, if you're ready to get ahead of the trend and make a dinner that will have everyone asking for the recipe, you are in the right place. Let's get cooking. First things first, let's gather our ingredients. You'll be amazed at how few items we need to create such a masterpiece. For a generous meal that serves about 4 people, you'll need 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Next, grab 1 beautiful red bell pepper. We're going to chop that up to add a bit of sweetness and color. For our creamy base, we're reusing a shortcut that makes this recipe a weeknight dream. 1 cup of your favorite jarred Alfredo sauce. This is the secret weapon for that rich, velvety texture without any fuss. Then, we need 1/2 pound of dry orzo pasta. Tistini, rice-shaped pasta, is perfect for one-pan meals because it cooks quickly and soaks up all the surrounding flavors. To get that classic Florentine element, we have a 5-ounce container of fresh baby spinach. It wilts down beautifully and adds a ton of nutrients. En of course, the kitchen staples: salt, freshly ground black pepper, and about 1 to 2 tablespoons of good quality olive oil. That's it. A handful of simple ingredients for a truly show-stopping dinner. All right, let's get this one-pan party started. The first step is to prep our chicken. Pat your chicken breasts dry with a paper towel. This helps them get a beautiful golden brown sear. Now, season them generously on both sides with salt and pepper. Don't be shy here. This is our first layer of flavor. Now, grab a large skillet, preferably one with a lid, and place it over medium-high heat. Add your 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil and let it get nice and hot. You'll know it's ready when the oil shimmers slightly. Carefully place your seasoned chicken breasts into the hot skillet. You should hear a satisfying sizzle. We're going to sear the chicken for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. The goal here is not to cook the chicken all the way through, but to develop a gorgeous golden brown crust. This searing process locks in the juices and builds a ton of flavor in the pan, which will become the foundation of our sauce. Once both sides have a beautiful color, remove the chicken from the skillet and set it aside on a plate for later. Don't clean the pan. All those browned bits left behind are pure gold. Our chicken is seared and resting, and our skillet is full of delicious flavor. Now, let's build the next layer of our dish. If the pan looks a little dry, you can add another small splash of olive oil. Add your chopped red bell pepper directly into that same skillet. We're going to saute the peppers for a few minutes, stirring occasionally until they start to soften and become tender crisp. They'll pick up all that amazing flavor left behind by the chicken. Once your peppers are looking tender and smelling amazing, it's time to create our creamy sauce. Pour in the entire cup of jarred Alfredo sauce. Then, fill that same measuring cup with about 1 3/4 cups of water and add that to the skillet as well. Give everything a good stir, scraping up any of those browned bits from the bottom of the pan with your spoon. This process is called deglazing, and it's where all the magic happens. We're lifting all that concentrated chicken flavor and incorporating it right into our sauce. Now, bring this mixture to a lively Boil over medium-high heat. The kitchen should be smelling absolutely incredible right about now. Okay, our sauce is bubbling, and it's time to bring it all together. With the sauce at a boil, pour in your half-pound of dry Orzo. Give it a quick stir to make sure the Orzo is submerged and not clumping together. Immediately after, add your entire container of baby spinach. It might look like a mountain of spinach at first, but don't worry, it will wilt down to almost nothing in a matter of seconds. Stir it into the sauce until it's just wilted. Now, it's time for our chicken to rejoin the party. Take your seared chicken breasts, along with any juices that hectina plates pur flavor. Don't waste it and nestle them right back into the skillet amongst the orzo and spinach. Try to submerge them as much as you can without fully covering them. Once the chicken is back in, reduce the heat to low, cover the skillet with a tight-fitting lid, and let it simmer. We're going to let it go for about 12 to 14 minutes. During this time, the orzo will cook to a perfect al dente, soaking up that creamy, flavorful sauce, and the chicken will finish cooking through, becoming tender and juicy. The timer has gone off and the moment of truth has arrived. Let's lift the lid and just look at that. The orzo is plump and tender. The sauce has thickened into a creamy, luscious dream, and the chicken is perfectly cooked. You can check for doneness by cutting into the thickest part of a chicken breast. It should be opaque all the way through with clear juices. Before serving, give the orzo and sauce a gentle stir around the chicken. Everything in this pan has come together beautifully. The colors from the red pepper and the green spinach make it look so vibrant and appetizing. To serve, you can either bring the whole skillet directly to the table for a rustic, family-style meal, or you can plate it up individually. I like to spoon a generous amount of the creamy orzo onto a plate and then place a beautiful piece of chicken right on top. You could even garnish it with a little bit of grated Parmesan, cheese, or some fresh parsley if you're feeling fancy. But honestly, it's absolutely perfect, just the way it is. There you have it, the top recipe of 2025. Skillet Chicken Florentine with orzo. A complete restaurant-quality meal made in one pan with minimal effort. This dish is the definition of comfort. Food meets elegance. The chicken is so tender and juicy. The orzo is perfectly cooked and coated in that rich, creamy Alfredo sauce. And you get that little bit of sweetness from the red peppers and the earthiness from the spinach. It is an absolute flavor explosion. This is going to be your new go-to for busy weeknights, for when you have guests over, or for any time you just want a delicious, satisfying meal without a pile of dishes to wash. I really hope you give this one a try and see for yourself why it is becoming such a sensation. If you make it bichon again, I would absolutely love to see your creations. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on another delicious dish. Until happy cooking!